Greetings, my name is The Adipose and welcome to the Simpsons Tapped Out. In this video we're going to be looking at shops, bars, cafes, theatres, this idea of a commercial cosmopolitan area of your city. We're going to be looking at city design, getting some inspiration from some brilliant designs from you guys, and then thinking about what kind of thing we can put together. So, let's get designing. Now, Laura CS18 really has taken this idea of a shopping section to heart. I think we've always got every single shop in the game crammed into her little street here. But I have to say, it works. You know, it's an extended road of shop after shop after shop after shop, which is, of course, more or less what you get in real life. We've got a kind of a second row here with some of the cafes and things like that, and it extends out a little bit over here, but then we start to get into kind of public buildings. But it does show with just a kind of few little trees here and there and a kind of a close compacted road, you can give yourself quite a nice shopping area without too much effort and get quite an effective result. Now, Yoka Bloke, rather than just having like one high street, has thought about more of a kind of a cosmopolitan commercial area. And as you can see here, we've got one street of shops behind another street of shops behind another street of shops or kind of restaurants, which works quite nicely. It makes you kind of feel that over here we've got this kind of residential zone of the city, and then over here we've got the kind of the more shopping zone, which works really nicely. He's also then taken the advantage of adding little things like kind of car parks here and there, bins, dustbins. The occasional fence to kind of make it look like something that really is kind of part of the city rather than just tacked on, and it works really nicely as a shopping design. Well, Beast Chris here has got a really nice alternative design. Instead of kind of having it along a road, he's actually kind of put together a commercial square based around a fountain and some benches, which I think is really, really effective. He's used the fact that all the shops can face in two different directions to kind of outline this particular square. It's a shame that this one so far isn't kind of fully extended into the four corners of the square, but we can certainly see where the design is going with some bins, benches, phone boxes, all looking really, really good there, and of course just the design of the shops themselves really nicely outlining that particular area. So this is a really nice design that we could think about incorporating into our own. Mr. Pix UK also going with this kind of square design, a little bit more compact this time, built around a statue and a monkey balloon. Not so sure about the monkey balloon, but certainly having shops kind of facing inward towards a statue does work well. And this time we've got shops around all four walls, and you can see that in certain places that works really nicely facing inwards, and then on the bottom right it looks slightly odd because then the shops are kind of facing outward, but that's unfortunately just one of the features of the game, really. All these buildings only kind of face two ways. However, the square idea does make a really nice kind of commercial area, and again this kind of fencing over here combined with some of these flower and bush like decorations works really nicely to kind of create almost like an entrance to this particular area. So another well put together design there. Now, Scooby0113 has got round the kind of the building issue about which way they face by having it based around car parks. We've got two layers of shops here with a nice car park in the middle, which works quite effectively because you don't really notice that the buildings are all kind of facing the same way. So that's a nice little trick in the city design there. A few little additions again of traffic cones, dustbins, a waste paper bin there. I think that's in addition to the original design, but it works very, very nicely as a kind of little shopping precinct, especially in this particular case being surrounded by houses as well. Now, this is an absolutely beautiful design here by Mel Designer, with a really nice combination of, was it 5 or 6 shops in a row, but this time really kind of feeling like a broad walk. We've got a combination of parking meters, flowers, trees and benches here lining the front of each shop, which really makes it feel like one of those kind of big spectacular shopping streets you get like in Paris or in kind of one of those kind of larger cities. He's also then kind of extended that design by putting a row of car parks in front of that, and continued the flowers and the tree designs there, and of course by mixing up the colour of the trees, that helps to kind of bring variety to the design as well. But I really like the idea of putting things in front of the shops, to like these kind of benches and flowers and trees, to make the road feel grander and almost like an upper class a shopping area. Of course, I'm not entirely sure that Moe's, with all the cracks in the buildings, quite fits the upper class nature of the rest of the shops, but certainly as a design, it's very good indeed. And so, after a bit of inspiration from our city buddies, this is what I have come up with for my little commercial city design. I've gone for a kind of a half-square design, and I picked out the theatre, the Aztec Theatre, which I did a premium review of a few videos ago, as kind of the focal point, along with Luigi's, because I think they're the slightly spectacular kind of parts of the commercial area, and I think they really kind of bring the area to life as a kind of a bit of a commercial zone that people might kind of go and spend an evening at, maybe to a restaurant, and then catch a show. Put a bit of car parking at the front, along with some car parking meters to kind of make the area look alive. A few phone booths, and then I've taken advantage of the Lisa Simpson statue and the Topiary statue. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The angel. I think it's actually a bush, but it looks brown enough to be, or grey enough to be a statue. And then I've nicked the idea from Mel Designer, where we have that kind of bench and flower design together, kind of giving a nice idea of a kind of a square. It's just frustrating I couldn't get the benches to kind of face in all directions. If I select one of them, they'll only go in they'll only go in two different directions, because if I could get two benches that backed onto one another, then I think that would give a really quite nice effect there. But as you can see, sadly we've only got the two. But nonetheless, I am happy with the design, and I hope you like it too. A bit of a plea to finish today. Loads of you have sent me friends requests or asked me to add you in the comments section, and that's fine. You're more than welcome to, and you're welcome to use my videos as a place to advertise to each other to get friends on your origin list, and that's absolutely fine. But because I have so many friends requests, it's really hard for me to know who's got the cities that are worth checking out. So if you've got a design that you think would be worth me featuring in a video, if you could possibly screenshot it, just Google how to do that. There's various methods, and PM me a link. You could upload your city picture to a Flickr account or something like that. PM me on YouTube a link so I can go and check it out. And if I like the look of your city, then absolutely I'll accept your friend request, and I will endeavour to feature your city in a future video. But because there's so many friend requests, it's getting to the point that I can't actually go and visit everyone's city to actually kind of see what kind of stuff you've got. So I do hope you understand, but I do definitely want to feature you guys. So please do send me pictures of your towns and a friend request, so I can go and film your cities. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you have, please like it, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so, because I've got loads of videos that I'd like to share with you. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.